Eric and Ridge going at it again. Ridge and Eric are about to come to blows again over Eric's office. Ridge thinks it's time for Eric to just enjoy his life and play further pickleball with Donna. Why would he want to concern himself with the family company when he has similar competent people as Steffi and Ridge running the show? He should just truly retire formally, and Ridge doesn't understand why his father doesn't want the life of rest he deserves. Eric tells Ridge he's not about to be put out to pasturage just yet. He has further life and fashion left in him. This is exactly how Eric acted 2 times ago when he learned that he was dying. He wanted to challenge Ridge to a fashion showdown. Will he do it again? And is his riddle complaint back? Cleric is so happy to have both of his adult children in Los Angeles and in his life. After times in jail and being disgruntled from his kiddies, he can eventually have the relationship with them he has always pictured of. Unfortunately, they may have some strong words for their pater. Cleric spends time with Deke and Hope at Il Giardino when they make sure that Sheila won't be there. Deke and Hope do'nt like their father's choice of woman, and let him know it formally again in no uncertain terms. Will this get Cleric to start allowing about Taylor Hayes again? He more hope that Sheila can't read his mind. Sheila could replace her preoccupation with Luna by fastening on Hayes. With Luna dead, and Sheila's marriage on shaky ground, we prognosticate she's vulnerable to a reversal that in turn affects the lives of Steffi and Finn. With Luna dead, the Logans and Forresters could exhale this Thanksgiving. They were relaxed now that the trouble of the con eventually gone. But when Steffi described all the effects she's thankful for, we could hear the minatory music in the background. Poor Steffi, she placarded that the families are safer than they've ever been, and that could be tempting fate. Is Steffi getting too comfortable now that her persecutor is gone? Luna wasn't the only bone who scarified Steffi and Finn. Sheila was a genius at it. But when she married Deacon, she mellowed out. So if her marriage is gone, what differently does she have? She has her old ways to turn to. Sheila likes to remind others that she's not a bad girl presently, but she no way entirely stopped lying. We also heard her hang Taylor life lately. Taylor is therapizing Deacon and these two are getting a little too close. Sheila stated that she'd been allowing about Finn and Hayes, and we can see her studies turning preoccupation at the flip of a switch. Sheila may learn that Cleric cheated on her with Taylor. Do you suppose that Sheila is able of going back to the dark side? Sheila will formally again come fixated on her son and grandchild? She was happy with Cleric, but if he betrays her she'll have little additional left wing. Dylan to tell the verity to Steffi and Finn. Bill wants Katie to jump boat at Forrester Creations. Dylan returned after Luna's death. The art school teacher told Electra that she was the bone who killed Luna. Also, the woman claimed that the police formerly knew everything. Everyone have mentioned how Chief Bradley said it was a riddle who hit Luna. After confessing to Electra, Dylan's coming stop will be to see Finn and Steffi. The couple knows that Dylan was tortured by Luna as well. They will both be stunned to find out that the art school teacher is the one who killed Luna. It seems that the couple will both assure Dylan that it was an accident and they do'nt condemn her for anything. Finn is enough perceptive and commodity about this might not ring true. However, Steffi might claim he's trying to project his grief in crazy ways, if Finn questions it. Katie sounded blindsided by Ridge's decision. Ridge didn't indeed bother to bandy getting an outside public relations establishment to help out with her workload. Katie told Brooke and Donna that she appreciated it. Still, she could intimately wonder if her job is at threat. Bill has Katie back romantically. It seems the coming step would be to get near to her professionally. Katie will tell Bill about the PR establishment. Bill won't like it one bit. The man tells Katie that she and Will should jump boat at FC and come to work with him at Spencer Publications. Katie does feel to consider it, but what will her sisters say? Is there a chance that Will could feel torn between his family and his new creation at FC? Will there really be greener ranges at Spencer Publications? Bill's struggle since his breakup with Poppy Bill has been taking back-to-back successes, financially and emotionally this time. But, all that's about to change. Bill Spencer has been sinking. The Spencer Publications mogul was formerly considered one of the most fascinating and important men in Los Angeles. Everything came crashing down when Bill and Poppy resolved and he learned Luna was Anta's son. Also, Bill made the mistake of getting Luna pardoned, and that blew up in his face. To add personality to injury, he allowed his son Liam was dying and got scammed out of millions. He kept throwing himself at his partner woman, Katie, and getting shot down. Bill's luck is eventually turning around and he'll be rising back to the top in Los Angeles. That means he'll also start hitting heads with his rival Ridge again. Bill will have his Katie back on his arm and Spencer Publications will start thriving again. The Forrester gang will gather around their ridiculously fancy tables to sculpt the lemon. Taylor is spending the leave single, but we all know she's not lonely and has her eye on her original eatery proprietor. Her partner going to come crawling back when he realizes she's moving on. Cleric and Taylor Hayes' chemistry is inarguable. The Il Giardino proprietor is trying to work effects out with his woman, Sheila, but we all see the jottings on the wall. However, observers at home will be shocked if Deacon and Taylor do'n't hit the waist soon. It won't be long before Taylor's family begins to notice that she's glowing and easily crushing on notoriety. When Ridge realizes that Taylor is really moving on, will he start having alternate studies about marrying Brooke? It's egregious that Ridge doesn't want to be with Taylor and commit to her. But he also doesn't want her to move on with anyone differently. Moreover, when Ridge ditched Taylor, he anticipated it to prostrate her. The fact that his partner could watch less that he married her rival and seems to be allowing about someone differently, will surely be a blow to the developer's pride. Ridge isn't exactly an addict of Deacon. They can stand to be in the same room as each other, but many decades ago the two men were fighting over Brooke. Will Ridge's enmity grow when he learns that Deacon is sleeping with another one of his spouses? In Deacon's defense, there aren't a whole lot single women in Los Angeles that Ridge hasn't been married to. Luna ends up on the run upon breaking out of captivity. She first stopped at the Sand House, where she came face to face with Will, who was affrighted to see her again. He assumed that they had eventually gotten rid of the problem. Luna claimed that she had to see Will after learning that he'd moved in with Electra. She allowed. They had a good thing going. But Will eventually gave Luna a harsh reality check that she demanded. He reported all the crimes she committed, indeed violating him. Luna broke down and apologized to Will for violating him. She participated some shocking exposures during their discussion. First, Luna said that she'd be better off dead since she had lost everything she wanted. Still, she still didn't feel guilt for everything she's done. She's just sorry that Will's disappointed in her. Also, she told Will that she misfired. By the time the police showed up, she had formally slipped out into the night. There will be a violent hunt for Luna. What Luna said to Will could be an indication that she could end up carrying her own death. She could end up falling off a precipice while trying to flee from the police. Lee is involved because she's encouraging her granddaughter to make the right decision, which is to turn herself in. Luna's death could have everyone wondering if she's really gone for good, or if she's pulling a fast bone over them again. She could show up a time or so latterly, with Will Spratt and Hitch. This is the perfect way to exact vengeance on her adversaries and maintain her power and control over them.